was your first commercial that you did?
My first commercial was a Pepsi commercial. It was, I think, Pepsi commercial for Japan. And that's actually when I first met two dancers. Actually, one of the dancers now was Robert Hoffman, which is the lead of Step Up 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really fun. It was really, really fun. And actually, one of the Jello dancers was actually the choreographer for the commercial. So, yeah, it was really good.
Find it difficult trying to dance for a commercial as opposed to doing a music video?
Well, commercials, you have to have that fun, videos, you're behind the artist, so the focus is not really on you. You're just supposed to make the artist look good, whereas commercial, it's you have to make sure you're happy, always smile, always, represent the product. So the attention is more on you, so that's what would be the difference between both. But, you have to do whatever they ask you to do, so you have to adapt on each project pretty much.
You made Dancer for Nike, right?
Yes. With Jimmy King actually was taking care of because Nike has a dance line, clothing line, and so they have a, how do you call that, industrials when most of the people from the company are invited and other people, so they can. It's almost like a fashion show but with dancing. So, yes, Jimmy King, which is actually one of the biggest artistic directors, he right now is taking care of Madonna. He actually put together a lot of choreographers and put together that show for Nike, and it was it was a great experience, great experience.
Another great experience is working with Chris Brown. Let's talk about that.
Yes, it's really fun. Like I'm still actually, it's been almost a year I'm working for him. And it's just fun. It's hard work on stage because he's such a good dancer. Sometimes when you're a backup dancer for somebody that don't know how to dance, you're like, okay, but when you have an artist that can really, really dance, then you have to step up your game to make him look even better, So it's a lot of fun. The team is amazing. The other dancers are amazing. It's a great atmosphere. And it's fun, it's fun. He's really fun. He's young and fun and talented. So it's always a pleasure when you have an artist that can dance and sing and like a real talent, So it's really a blessing to be dancing for Chris Brown. So we're actually going to New York next week. So, yep.
Our hometown, so maybe we'll get a chance to see
you. I know, right? It's going to be quick, though, but I hope I get to see you.
Let's talk about Beat Freaks.
Ooh, the Beat Freaks.
Yeah.
Just to give you a little heads up, Beat Freaks are, according to Jabberwocky, the only dance crew that could have, that could be at their level or maybe better. Okay, anyway, so Beat Freaks is 7 female dancers that pretty much monopolize the dance industry. Like, there's me, of course. There's Reno. That's Teresa Espinosa, which is actually right now choreographing for Hannah Montana. She's been dancing for Janet, for Pink, for everything you can think of. We have Lady Jules, one of the nastiest B-girl. You have Allison Falk. She's like the definition of a dancer. Like, she's amazing from tap to ballet to jazz to salsa to modern to hip-hop to breaking to she's this amazing Keely, Lock and Key. She's amazing locker. She's worked with Janet. She's worked with a lot of people, and we have Out There. I mean, I call her Out There. Her name is Lindsay, and she's ridiculously sick. Like, she's choreographing for Avril Lavigne. She danced for Pink. She danced for Missy as well. Like, it's just a lot of fun. Like, it's fun because it's like powerful, artistic female dancers that actually most guys in LA. I don't know about New York because girls represent a lot in New York, but in LA, like, whenever they send an audition, we need, like, a crew, like, Beat Freaks or, like, which feels good. We're, like, the standard of, like, I don't know, like, of the dance crew. Like, they really look up to us, which is good. So we feel very blessed for that.
How did you come about putting together those women? Did you audition people for that, or how did that come about?
No. Actually, we were, there's what's called, a company is called the Groovaloos, right? And in Groovaloos, you have girls and boys, like it's almost a family. And most of the girls were like, all the girls were actually beat freaks, and we were just hanging out, making stuff together. And one day, someone just like, we should just be a group, like, because we've been practicing together. So I told Reno to come with me, and then we decided to just be a group, and then we had just to look for a name. So it was mostly like friends that hang out and practice together. And, of course, when you have a B-girl, we should do battles, we should do, that always comes up. But it was just mostly like almost like a little family that just decided to put a name in and represent what we do. So that's it.
So now when you tour with Chris Brown, are you able to have the Beat Freaks, or is it just you and with other dancers of his?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, I mean, he knows about the Beat Freaks, but unfortunately, no, yeah, like his is different when it's an artist, unless they hire the Beat Freaks. Like Missy hired the Beat Freaks for the Really Hot video, so, and plus some other girls, but unless they want to hire the Beat Freaks, usually it's more on the individual. Like he had an audition, a dance audition, and he's the one that picks up his dancers with his choreographers. So, yeah, but, he knows about the Beat Freaks, and sometimes I'll be trying to put my jacket on stage. Can I wear my Beat Freak jacket? So he's pretty cool usually. So, yeah, trying to represent every time. One day we had a Missy won MTV Video Music Award in Japan, and she wanted all of us to come with her. So I was like with my jacket in the bag behind her, like like a nerd, like Beat Freaks, Beat Freaks. So it's just fun. We're trying to represent as much as we can.
You have been on quite a few award shows. You have BET, the Billboard Awards, the VMAs, Soul Train. You are amazing.
Thank you.
What is that like backstage at one of those award shows? How's that?
It's always a little more, like when you actually do a live performance, it makes you always a little nervous, especially when it's televised, because when you do a video, you mess up, there's takes, you can redo it. But, award shows, it's live and it's just one shot, and usually all the work and all the days of rehearsal you have to work for, whenever you're at that time and you hear the host, saying the name of the artist you're about to dance for, like the heart always, beats a little faster.
Oh, yeah.
And then you dance, and then you don't even realize what happens when you dance, and at the end you're like, oh, that's it? That's it? Like, we're done? because it's always so quick, because you just, it's always too quick. Live performances are always too quick.
You turned down Ricky Martin.
Yes. Oh, that was hard.
What happened, Maryss?
I know, and plus, and I never been to any Latin American country, and we were about to do everything. So, yeah, there was this audition for Ricky Martin that Jimmy King was directing as well. Tabitha Napoleon was choreographers for it. And I did not know exactly when was going to be the tour. And unfortunately, I do shows that choreographed for Billy Crawford, who is an artist that he was here in the United States when he was younger, and then he's become very big in France and Europe, and he's been huge in the Philippines. So he was supposed to have a concert in the end of last year, and I was like, well, if you need dancers, since they can't afford to have American dancers to fly them over, why don't we have a huge audition to find your dancers, your Filipino dancers, and let's put it on TV, So we ended up having like a dance reality TV show that's almost kind of half So You Think You Can Dance and American's Best Dance Crew, before actually American Best Dance Crew was on TV. And unfortunately, because I was, I was choreographing for it, and I was supposed to take care of the dancers, the tour, like the end of the Ricky Martin's tour was going to conflict with these dates, and I already committed to it.
Oh.
And, a tour is great, but like I think when you're a dancer, people, like, dancers, we flake a lot because, things come up last minute, they cancel last minute, and, like, these kids in the Philippines, they couldn't wait to work with me, so it kind of broke my heart to imagine to be like, okay, I'm not coming anymore, and it was my project, that TV show, so I was like, so, I wanted to stick to my commitment, and so I didn't do Ricky Martin.